Welcome back to Hefe Hot Rods. Today we're getting back to work on the 5797 Chevy pickup. That's a 57 body on a 97 chassis. And today it's time to take 2 steps back to get 1 step forward. We're going to pull those front fenders and core support and everything off. Make sure all the firewall stuff is welded up the way we need it to be. There's a lot of holes that I didn't finish up. These factory holes in the firewall because I thought maybe we'll use them. I'm going to go ahead and pull everything off, try and get those welded up too, get my other welds cleaned up, and get that ready for seam sealer, which should be here in the next couple days from UPS. And then once that's done, we'll be able to prime it and paint it and hopefully put the front clip back on for the last time. So let's get started. You ready, Mudflap? Are you ready? Gonna do some work? You gonna do some work? All right, let's get rolling. All right, now that that's out of the way, I never pulled it with the hood on there before, and obviously again, be much easier with 2 people. We'll review some of our fine welding. The welds that look better are going to be Wyatt's. The ones that look like birds came along and did their business, those are mine. But I think they're strong, I think. So, we need to go around and address like this hole, that hole. I might try and bend this a little more so the hood hinge has room to go down. Need to address that hole, these guys down here, this up here. Actually, these guys down here, I think this wide one, I'm going to leave that. I'm just going to cover it. Like put a couple of self-tappers in it with a piece of steel, because eventually we're going to want a heater in this thing probably, and that'll leave us a place to run heater hoses through. So we'll try and still leave some provisions, but I don't want, engine heat all just pouring through the cab. So yeah, we've still got some stuff here to do, here, down there. Yeah, there's plenty of work left to do here. I might not be quite as ready for seam sealer as I thought. But yeah, I guess we're back to metal working, and then we'll clean up the rust and see if we can keep it from rusting more. Here we go. What do you think, Mudflap? You ready, buddy? Wanna do some metal work? Huh? Wanna do some metal work? Yeah. All right. Yeah, I guess we just start on one side and work our way around. Should have done better with that. I think I'm going to see a whole lot of spots where I should have done better. So, all right. Yeah, you can see where the light's coming through, huh? All right. Let's get some pieces in here and see what we got. I don't think that's going to fall out of there, but it's not going the way it should, so we're going to wait and get Wyatt's advice on what's going on here, because it's not making the right, that real nice stitching welder sound. So, we're going to grind a little on that, and then we'll make the next little patch panel or two, and try and tack them, and see where we get. Where's my hat? We don't need two suns out. That is honestly not as bad as I thought it was. I mean, yeah, I burned holes, but the places where I didn't burn holes, it's working the way it's supposed to. The welds are disappearing. My line is pretty smooth once I ground it. So that's why I'm taking so much time on a spot that really nobody's going to see, because I want to learn how to do this, and what better place to do trial and error than someplace that nobody's ever going to see. And really, if I want to glob that full of seam sealer, it probably wouldn't hurt nothing, because that's solid. So we're not going to do that. We're going to try and weld those holes shut, and then we're going to fill this guy with metal, and then we'll put seam sealer over all of it to get the, the little bitty cracks and crevices. So let's get something for that hole. We'll get something for this little triangle down here. I could have just pushed something against the back of it and then welded it, and it would have been good enough. But like I said, I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to teach myself how to do this, and then you can watch and see what I do wrong and avoid that for yourself. So there we are. Right, my flap? All right, little bitty tiny tab for that. So I've seen this done before. I'm going to try it where guys will just weld a piece of wire to their panel when it's tiny like that to hold it. This is an old busted screwdriver, so we're just going to tack the end of it. Oof, I might have trimmed a little too much off. We should be able to make that gap. I like how that fits for the most part, though. Oh, I can't hold still. Yeah, I cut a little more off there than I intended to, but I think we'll make that gap. Let's see if we can get some more tacks in here. It's kind of in there. Well, that was going okay till I held it too long and made a hole. This is a mess. I could have done better here. Probably got too much globbed on there to pry this out. So we can bring it in a little. That didn't help. Okay, just stop. Wyatt said he was coming out later and get his help, figure out what I'm doing wrong. Alright, is it lunchtime yet? Is it lunchtime yet, Mudflap? What do you think? Alright, let's take a break for lunch, download the video we've got, and we'll be back. Alright, we're back from lunch. I got Wyatt out here to help me kind of look at what I'm doing and help me figure out what I'm missing. Hopefully figure it out so I can continue to do this on my own. Maybe help me out a little bit with it too. So here we go.
15, 7, and 5.
And 5 wire speed? That's for super thin stuff?
For 18 gauge,
Okay.
which is the lowest you can go with 0.35 wire.
Well, let me try that once and see how we do. Oh, we're burning holes in a hurry now. It sounded better though. Just too much juice.
Try that.
So what'd you adjust?
So I turned the voltage down to 13.4 as if we were using the smaller wire, and I turned the wire speed down too.
You ready?
Yeah.
That's what it was doing before.
Try that.
Now where are we at?
14 and 2.5.
What is that?
It's the wire speed issue.
Needs more?
Try that.
Sounded better.
Yeah, and that's what you're gonna have to do, is just,
Yeah, let me try a couple here.
especially that thicker wire.
What the hell was that? See, it's done that a couple times where it won't arc and then it'll like burn back.
Try it again. Seems like a bad ground.
Try it again.
Yep. Yeah. So, if I were you, find a spot somewhere around on here. Like, take a little bit more of that paint off, put it right there, and tack the ground clamp to it.
Tack the ground clamp to it?
Yep. Because you see the difference that made having it right against it?
Not really.
Well, it wasn't burning back.
Oh.
The reason why it seems like it's burning back kind of weird is just because the wire speed's so low, but
Okay.
kind of have to have it that low.
Yeah.
You can fiddle with the wire speed a little bit. Try turning it up.
Some of these it doesn't sound right, but it sure looks like it's welding right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, we got a lot of boogers on there. We'll do a little grinding and see how they look.
Awesome booger.
I think that's going to have to be good enough on that one. Seam sealer will take the little tiny pinholes. Now let's look at this other piece. Right there, which both of these won't be bad to weld to, but this one's going to be super thin like it was up here. Take a look and see what that looks like from the inside. Mud flap! Hot garbage, that's what it looks like. Just like most of this. Oh my god. Yeah. Good thing I'm not claiming to be a professional. You might be better off doing this one from the inside. Because go right there. Because either way we're going to fill the gap up with seam sealer. So if we cut this off, which we definitely can, there's all kinds of stuff in here I don't need. Mud flap! Clean that off, clean this off. That gives us access to right here pretty easy. Might be better off doing most of these from the inside, honestly. Let's get our grinding gear on and do a little bit of that. What are you doing over here?
So, I needed to somehow mount up a throttle cable because since this is a off-brand Honda motor and it was on a pressure washer, it doesn't have the same throttle plate as that motor or the one outside.
Is that what came off this?
No. That little black one's the one that came off of it.
Where?
On the hay-spear.
Oh.
Because most of these, they have the specific, like see how that's got all the linkage, and then that right there is actually what you use as your cable stop.
Yeah.
But that one didn't have it because it's a pressure washer motor, not a go-kart motor. So I robbed the handbrake cable and cable stop off my knee scooter. Welded the nut to the throttle piece, now I have a cable stop. Now I just got to link the rest of this to this throttle pole.
How are you gonna lock that in place on that nut? You got another nut that fits these threads?
No, but there's so much goop on those that you can't twist it by hand. And over time, if it rattles loose, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Probably should cross that bridge right away.
Yeah.
The bridge is coming. So this is off a pressure washer?
Mm-hmm. It's been a while since it started, so. And then I just got to make this work, I believe, I need to look and see which one of these wires I need to hook up. Because I want to say,
For ignition?
yeah, because this bike has a kill switch. So it has a stock wire down here. But the problem is it's supposed to go to here and those are two female ends. So I need to cut that and put a male end.
Alright.
But
Maybe
for
lengthen
right
it a little.
now, that will be,
You just turn it off with that other switch.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, gotta figure out how to hook this to here.
To where?
To this. Because that's my actual throttle pull.
Is that going to work at that angle? Should, huh?
Yeah, because it's gonna pull straight this way.
Okay.
Because it'll sit like that, and then when you whap 'em, whap 'em, whap 'em, whap 'em, whap 'em, whap 'em.
Is that how that works?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I don't know how to use these cable stops.
Which cable stops?
The ones on these.
Isn't there? Yeah, there's a fixture on the back. I think you just feed it through and then crimp it back to itself. All right. Let's see how this is going to fit if I made it way too big. Because I tried to leave a little overlap. I'll cover that. We just need to put the patches on the outside too. So, yeah. We need a patch for this, a patch for this, and a patch for this. So, I'm going to go make some quick pieces for those and maybe get Wyatt to help me weld them in, and then we'll be back. So I got some little pieces of metal. I'm going to hold them up to the backside in here, and Wyatt's going to weld them in.
Good? Mother.
Oh, the bolt come off?
There's another problem. Ground plate is done.
Well, we just suffered a breakdown on the welder. Not Wyatt. Well, maybe a little breakdown on Wyatt too, but mostly the ground clamp has decided to leave the chat. So that will more or less halt the welding progress for today. We could use the flux core, but it just doesn't work as good. And the older, thinner sheet metal, it wants to burn right through it before it arcs. We did make some good progress over here. We got that hole fixed. Plugged one there, big one there, little one there, little one there. I might try these little ones with the flux because that's on that newer sheet metal. It's a little thicker.
Well, yeah, and it's got like a nut welded into it, so it should be a lot easier.
Well, some of them do, some of them don't. Some of those are, I don't know what they were, but that may well be the end of the progress for today. It's good progress, and honestly, I'm probably gonna have to quit pretty soon anyway. But yeah, I guess that's how it goes. Sometimes you break stuff, and you got to go to town, and then that kind of mud flat feed.
On the floor.
Well, he had to go. Better in here.
Kitty litter.
You okay, buddy? You still figuring it out? I think he peed in the kitty litter this morning.
You have figured it out. He pees
Anyway, yeah. So we're getting closer to being ready for seam sealer. The more I look around, the more little holes I see. So this is probably going to be a multi-day project. But, yeah, because we got like, this guy needs to go in, this guy needs to go in. There's one down there for something. Some of these I might leave because they'll be good to pass wiring through for accessories. But this side is almost plugged up. Like I said, I just got these little guys in here, and we might try and hit them with the flux core and see what happens. Yeah. I'm not unhappy with that. I mean, I'm unhappy we broke something, but could be worse. All right. Well, this is what progress looks like. Right, Mudflap? Sometimes progress looks like everything's scattered all over the shop. Yeah. You ready for some recliner time, buddy? Huh? You chill? Time to recliner and chill? All right. Well, if you like what we're doing, come back and check out the other videos. See how we got it to where we're at now. Hit like, subscribe, and remember, as always, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Burnout? Was it smoky burnout time?
Right then, smoke 'em if you got 'em.
Smells like America. You got burnt rubber all over your hand, Goober?
A little bit.
It's fine. Could be worse. Could be my hand.
It's not your hand when it is your shop floor.
I'm telling your mom.
I can get 70 miles to the gallon on this hog.
Remember, kids, just because you get bigger doesn't mean you have to grow up.